South Australia has recorded 4,777 new COVID-19 cases in the latest reporting period. Key points. South Australia now has 37,618 active COVID-19 cases. South Australia now has 37,618 active COVID-19 cases. It has 201 people in hospital with the disease. It has 201 people in hospital with the disease. Demand for domestic travel is returning to pre-COVID levels. A woman in her 90s has after testing positive to COVID. The number of daily cases in the state has dropped from records of 6,091 new infections, set on Thursday, and 5,666, which was recorded yesterday. It has been a common trend during the pandemic for case numbers to peak midweek and drop over the weekend. There are currently 37,618 active COVID-19 cases in the state, with 201 people in hospital, 13 in intensive care, and 1 on a ventilator. According to SA Health data, of those hospitalized, 140 people had been vaccinated with 2 or more doses, 50 people were either unvaccinated or partially vaccinated, and 11 are listed as unknown vaccination status. Premier Peter Malinauskas said it was too early to tell if the state had reached a peak in cases yet. I caution actively against anyone thinking we have reached a peak here. Today's case numbers are positive, that's a good thing, but they are up and down like a yo-yo at the moment across the world, he said. Mr. Malinauskas said the state was still on track to relax mask-wearing rules next week. We haven't reached that 8,000 case number that was forecast only a few weeks ago. That means it appears we can proceed with our intended plan to lift the mask mandate on Thursday of the week coming, which I think a lot of people are looking forward to, he said. There were long queues at Adelaide Airport today as demand for interstate travel returns. Meanwhile, passengers have faced delays at Adelaide Airport due to staffing and equipment issues as demand for domestic travel returns to pre-COVID levels. An airport spokesperson said staff shortages were caused by a high level of last-minute absenteeism due to COVID and close contact rules. There were also technical issues with screening equipment that slowed the progress down. We are working to put on additional resources wherever possible as we approach the busy school holiday peak, where we're anticipating our busiest period in more than 2 years, the spokesperson said. Our advice to travelers is to arrive around 2 hours before your domestic flight, and to be respectful to airport staff, who are doing all they can to get you on your way. Travelers have faced extremely long queues at Sydney Airport over the past few days, with some planes held back to allow passengers to make their flights, as people flock to get away for the Easter school holidays. M to mute, left and right arrows to seek, up and down arrows for volume. Watch 15 minutes 2 seconds 15 M will winter bring a COVID-19 onslaught.